Okay, so the first card is Two of Autumn. It says, bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, and an exceptional talent for multitasking. The second card was the Six of Autumn. Sorry, you can see that. The good you do comes back to you, an exceptional inflow of money, borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. And the third card is Nine of Autumns. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. So obviously these oracle cards are giving us the message that whatever we're working on, or what we're planning to start venturing out in, is going to be successful. Autumn, this is very strong. Like, three cards both say autumn, and it's Two of Autumn, Six of Autumn, Nine of Autumn. So that probably means that whatever we're wanting to do isn't really gonna, it's either gonna really pick up and start off around this time, like whatever resources you were needing or whatever opportunity you were needing is gonna pop up around this time. Or if you're currently working on it now, it'll probably take off around this time. I don't know what, I mean, the 2, 6, and 9, it could represent, if you are starting a business, maybe the amount of people or the number of people that will, like, invest in your project. It could be, like, the number of I don't know, like, days within that month that you'll see progression. Obviously, autumn is the energy, right? Autumn is the energy of whatever you're trying to work on, and for it, when it's going to be successful, this is its time period, when it'll start or when it'll blow up. Again, the 2 of Autumn, 6 of Autumn, 9 of Autumns, those numbers represent something. It's either a good luck number or it's a day, one of those days it'll fall on. I couldn't tell you other than that autumn is definitely the time period that Spirit Guides is telling us that something great is going to happen for us. And so whatever you're thinking of, you need to manifest it now, because there is all this potential for success. Like, all this is all positive cards. This is all abundance. So if you're thinking about starting a business, do it. If you're thinking about acting or being a musician, do it. If you're thinking about writing, do it. If you're thinking about, like, I don't know, anything, just manifest it. Spirit guides are telling you that the potential of success is right here. All right, so the Queen of Wands represents, usually upright, that she is a strong visionary. She is in control of her power. She's very social. She loves connecting with people. She loves being in charge. And she's just very sure of herself, right? She just has very strong, in control energy. She's very, very creative. Because she's in reverse, that means, and this is the past card, guys, so that means that at some point either we're getting over this feeling or we already passed this feeling, but we were feeling very, like, a little unsure of ourselves and where we were going in life, what we were doing with the relationships that we're currently involved in, whether in the job, etc. And so, like, it caused us to isolate ourselves a little bit from communicating with these people, or putting energy into something that we were working hard on, or we thought we were wanting to manifest. And so we just kind of had to step back, right? So we kind of felt not ourselves. We felt a little, and this is not a negative card, but it's just like, we weren't feeling sure, we weren't feeling confident, we felt like we had no control of our power, right? So now that the present card shows the Knight of Blades, which represents the Knight of Swords, I think we're coming out of that energy, and now we're moving into this energy, right? Or this is the energy we need to be like, just not as reckless as the Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords, which is the Knight of Blades in this tarot deck, his energy's like, okay, I know I'm on the attack. I'm gonna attack this obstacle, and I'm just gonna, like, it's like, we know what we want, and we're gonna go for it, right? just like the wind just goes right on through, just blows right through. That's kind of how we need to react, instead of just kind of moping and just kind of sitting and not doing anything. We need to start manifesting whatever we want to manifest. We have to have this energy. The future card is, oops, sorry, it fell out, is the Tower. So the possible future card is the Tower, and that means that something very unexpected is going to occur. It could be, usually people associate it as like a negative card, but it's sometimes a blessing in disguise. Whatever it is that we were comfortable with is going to fall apart. We are no longer going to have that foundation standing. And so again, guys, it's going to be a blessing in disguise. And we have the Star card, right? She's in reverse. And usually when the Star card is in reverse, she feels very hopeless. She feels very desperate. She feels like it's like a test of faith, right? So whatever's going to happen is going to happen unexpectedly. Or if we did suspect the ending of a situation, we are going to feel a little bit helpless, but that's why we also have to have this energy and attack that obstacle, right? So yes, we might feel this way for a little bit, but do not let that prevent you. Do not let that prevent you from keeping your eye focused on the future, right? On the prize, on the goal, because situations are just temporary if you work hard, right? So when I look back at these oracle cards, it looks like, you might be wanting to do a creative project. You might be wanting to start a business. You might be wanting to leave the job that you're at, or maybe you want to work 2 jobs, right? And maybe when you're working these 2 jobs, you feel, very stressed and very, no matter how hard you work, you can't get what you're wanting to get because of whatever obstacles are happening, right? Or, relationship, like you're working super hard for a relationship that's not falling through. And so it's like ending, right? And so you feel lonely, you feel desperate, you feel like hopeless. But this card also comes up, the Magician. And the Magician, his energy is using all the resources and all the tools he needs to create the illusion and the vision that he wants. An illusion's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not like I'm not saying like, oh, go like fake your happiness, but or hide your sadness. But what it means is he can turn something around, right? He can change things. That is the energy. You can change things with the resources that you're given, or and the hard work that you're putting into it, right? The energy that you're putting into it. So again, if you have a creative project, if you want to start a new business, if you want to quit your job, and let's say you were planning to, but it comes after you first, that's fine. Do not feel helpless. Do not feel in despair. Do not cry about it. You could either be homeless and just mope and cry, and then like stay in the cold and stay starving and stay like in like harsh weather and environments, or you could be the Magician and eventually turn that around. And these oracle cards are saying that that even with all the hard work that you're going to put into whatever it is that you're putting into, it's going to be successful, guys. Don't let it stress you out. Don't let it bring you down. Have fun with it, and when it's going to happen. But when this falls through, it's okay to feel a little bit like this, right? To feel this way. It's okay. But don't feel that way for too long. Don't stay in this position too long. You need to act. Attack the obstacle, guys. Work hard to get those resources. Use those resources that you have now to move forward. So I guess the overall theme is there is something that's going to happen. It could possibly be a little bit before autumn, before this time period, or it happens in autumn, but something good is, or something successful, or you're going to start seeing success around this time period. And so the goal and what spirit guides are telling us is that keep these energies behind. You know, yes, it's okay to isolate and reflect, but don't let it turn into this. Don't let it turn into despair, of insecurity, of helplessness, devastation. Let this situation end. Just let it end. And then just figure out, with what the resources that you have, how you're going to make your long-term vision and goal manifest.